Francesca, you are muted.
Okay,
that's a lot.
Time for
great.
So compatriots, Nigerians called obey to serve our father's land with love and strength and faith. The laborers are in vain. With eyes are tamed, one day somebody and you need.
Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Our theme, just to remind each and every one of us, today we are saying it's real life heroes. We are celebrating the real life heroes, the unrecognized, forgotten, the underserved, people that are saying we will dedicate our lives to serve our communities. So that is our theme today. Over to my president, and to let us know who we are, what is our mission as a whole. And so that even our new members or those that are visiting us for the first time, they can know who we are and where we are heading to. What's our objectives? What is our vision? Thank you so much. Over to you, my president, my chaplain.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Here in Nigeria, this is afternoon. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great pleasure having you all this afternoon. This day has been a remarkable day. This is the day we commemorate, we celebrate, and we honor those that deal for this honor. This is World Humanitarian Day globally, and this day the United Nations celebrate this day to really commend to our world and to even put into appointment all that deserve to be appointed for this humanitarianism. So it is a great day indeed, and it's glad in our hearts that we are dignitaries from Nigeria that are here together to celebrate this day with us. So we are highly welcome. And I want to say this much for all those that are out there in the United States of America, United Kingdom, Italy, and from all other countries, from South Africa, Madagascar, and all over the world. I want to say thank you for joining us in this program, and this has been a wonderful day. And here is World Humanitarian Organization for Peace and Equity. We promote peace, we promote equity in all our communities. We stand to localize the sustainable development goals to make it accessible for humanity. So it's not just a written paper, it's not just what we should watch on the social media, it's not what we should read, but it is what we should put into practice And that is why we are here today to celebrate those we know that are fully involved in this. And more so, we are into advocacy, that is the fundamental human rights. We all have our rights as human beings. Whatever country you are, whatever ethnic group you belong to, whatever community you are, we have a fundamental human rights. And this is what we advocate, because we believe if we keep our rights and we don't infringe into other people's rights, then peace will surely reign. Peace will surely take place in our community. And that is what we stand to promote. And as well, we educate. We go into public enlightenment when it comes to peace education. We have been to several places in local governments to see and to know and to implement and to put to action all this we are talking about. Also, we mediate. What Humanitarian Organization for Peace and Equity, we mediate conflicts. We work as alternative dispute resolution. And we have been trying our best. We have several cases that have been brought down with, and the special case of those who are able to do our best and to maintain peace in the society. And as well, we always stand to build the capacity of every individual to ignite the vision. Whatsoever you think you can do, we will tell you you can do this, even than what you think or imagine, because we have professionals, even that are working with us on pro bono to make the job professional and make it well done. And that is why we are still having our fathers and mothers joining us to make more way on this implementation of our visions and vision. And I would like to write it up with this. Our vision is to create a very just and sustainable world in which each person can live in peace, safety, freedom, and be protected from poverty. We believe if we have the right and we did just fairly, justice to what we think is right. I bet it with you, the whole world by now. We cannot do it alone. And that is why we have a motto as togetherness in humanitarianism. If you see this banner here, you see various organizations that are working together with us. And as we work together with AHIABGA, that is the AHIABGA International Ambassadors, we work together as a team, as a network, to make sure in our society peace and equity place and is the order. So thank you so much for having me. Thank you so much for your coming. Thank you so much for everyone that has participated one way or the other, promoting peace. And thank you for everyone that is here with us today. So thank you, and God bless you.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Thank you so much. That is our President of Hope, Chaplain James Obatunmibi. Thank you so much. He was explaining, even though we had just a little bit of the voice challenges. However, you can follow us on our socials, WHOPE. We are there on the socials so that you can learn more. You can join us so that we can know where you are as well in your country, what the great things that you are doing in your environment. Let us go on, ladies and gentlemen. I just would like to know that my chief speakers are here. Do we have the chairman of Friends of the African Union, Managing Director of African Diaspora Directorate, USA, who is our chief speaker, His Excellency, Mr. Hershel Daniels Jr. Do we have him yet? So that we can spotlight you, sir? If not, we will go on also. We have another, do we have? Do we have him? No. All right, shall we go on, ladies and gentlemen? Do we have Madam Ruth Ochanya Adio-Moses? My president, my chaplain, please help me.
I'm trying to check if she's here yet.
If not, we can go on as well.
She's supposed to be online.
I haven't, I was looking on here, maybe under the different name, I don't know.
All right, it's not here yet.
All right. You can mute, you can mute, you can mute, you can mute. Thank you. Thank you so much. We go on. We do have another speaker whom I know that she is here with us. We will hand over the speaker to her, the mic to her, who is Dr. Yewande Okunoren-Oyekenu. She is a special monitoring mission, International Human Rights Commission, United Kingdom of Great Britain and North Ireland branch. Our doctor.
Hello.
Yes, we will hand over the mic to you. Let us see the minutes that you have. I think you do have. So we have 15 minutes for you, my doctor. You look lovely. So take over. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Princess Sefi. Greetings from United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. However, if you notice when the national anthem, the Nigerian national anthem was being sung, I sang along because, of course, I am a Nigerian and I pray it will remain so until the day I die. With that being said, I want to congratulate everybody that has taken part in this World Humanitarian Day project planning. It's been, it's been wonderful being part of WHOPE. I am from International Human Rights Commission. However, I am also a member of the Governing Council for WHOPE. So I think I'm happy I'm speaking first and then every other person, can come on. So I'm part of WHOPE family for those who know me. WHOPE president has really been supportive when it comes to humanitarianism. He will say, whatever comes in, use it to fund the project. Even if nothing is coming in, but we keep looking out, something will come in. But that support that he gives us, male, female, black, white, Asian, I think he is a real life hero. He is my hero. He is every one of us here hero. Chaplain Dr. James Obatunmibi. Can we give a clap? If you are from WHOPE, let's appreciate WHOPE President Chaplain Dr. James Obatunmibi, who is also now a member of International Human Rights Commission. He is the organizing secretary, which means that whatever you want to do in Sudan, somebody says there's flooding in Sudan, I say, tell Chaplain. Anywhere in the world you are and there's a problem, tell Chaplain, because he is not just WHOPE, he is now International Human Rights Commission. With that being said, we now have a very strong bond, and of course, everybody that is partnering with WHOPE is also benefiting from that. Quickly, I will share my screen to show the collaboration that has happened between WHOPE and IHRC. I think I am allowed to share my screen.
Yes, you may.
Okay. Do let me know when you can see my screen.
Yes, now we see it.
Yes, thank you very much. So of the major collaborations we've had, we have had to put everybody under a major project, which is the Air Ambulance Service Models for Disaster Preparedness. This is an academic model used in the United Kingdom, and everybody else in the rest of the world will be adopting this model. Yes, we have Air Ambulance Service model. We have a plane, not yet. We are getting to that stage very soon, and I must say, the greatest collaboration we have received by WHOPE and IHRC partnering is that we now have 44 students in the next 1 month that we are going to be inducting into the WHOPE IHRC project. They are teenagers, they are 44, and they are 16 to 18 years old from Molly College, London. They want to do their work experience with International Human Rights Commission, and of course, automatically, I cannot teach all 44 teenagers. Luckily for me, my daughter is 17, so if I have been able to teach my daughter, maybe the little things I've taught her, I can use it with other teenagers. So that is why we decided that the students at Molly College, London, will be building the air ambulance, and those ambulances, depending on who their sponsor is, will have the logo on it. So this is just a proof of concept study of one of our teenage ambassadors who is here in the meeting with us. Quickly, I will go through the WHOPE IHRC project. Methodology. This project is a proof of concept study, as I said, and investors can choose their preferred modification to the models. The number of beds on the air ambulance model, the aviation spare parts company, the security of personnel, because we want our healthcare workers to be safe while on the plane. Medical language translators, for instance, if your air ambulance is for South Africa, then they should be able to speak the local language. If it is in Nigeria, then the staff should be able to speak Wazobia. The number of emergency staff, the size of accident and emergency ground station, meaning that our hospitals should be equipped with an air park, where they can park the air ambulance, or at an airport where they can get a road ambulance to accompany it. And telemedicine service providers for final products can be modified. So we are not advertising any company. However, these are the companies that have provided support with WHOPE. So I will just go through it quickly. This book is available at North Carolina Bookstore, Lulu Bookstore, and is also available on Amazon from Global Distribution. So you can get a copy of the brochure/magazine and go through it. So quickly, the collaborators, I want to thank RETMED for coming on to WHOPE. She is in charge of telemedicine and air ambulance training for nurses and midwives. She is a fellow of the West African College of Physicians, West African College of Nurses and Midwives, sorry. So the uniform for staff and trainee, they will wear the RETMED uniform to show that they are healthcare workers. Our healthcare workers will be protected. They must have security on them. That's why they're wearing wearable panic buttons. The WHOPE interns, most importantly, if you are from WHOPE, please, can I hear a clap? This is the uniform for the students who are going to be working as WHOPE interns. If we can see, there's a WHOPE logo there on the chest, and it shows aviation. You can go to the chat room and make comments if you like or hate the uniform, so we can make adjustments before it is, mass produced. So Dial Handyman. Dial Handyman teaches teenagers how to build an ATM machine. So they are going to be building ATM machines this summer and for their next 1-year internship. However, ATM machines require plastic ATM cards. So they're going to be learning how to use ATM machines that can use fingerprints, for instance, and voice recognition if you lose your card. And that is another engineering uniform. We want to thank Rinzel, Lady Patience in Kurukanwa Abasi, who has supported us. This is Rinzel engineering uniform. Please go to the chat room if you are interested in coming on board and how you want to support. So the teenagers that are going to be working on theater arts, human rights, and all other projects, this is their uniform for those doing space mission, because if they're going to be flying in air, we want them to look like, astronauts and all of that. So this is their uniform for the science fiction movie. I mean, teenagers want to come to work for us. We need to attract them. Now, for the medical language translators, they'll be wearing the t-shirts. Now, if you're from Nigeria, give a round of applause. This sunshine logo is by a 5-year-old Benjamin. 5-year-old Benjamin is a Nigerian boy, and for his 5th birthday project, he produced this sunshine logo, and that is what our translators will be using to support education. And of course, my humble self, the CEO of Okunoren, this is my contribution. So if we have patients coming on board, maybe they've not got their belongings, this is robes, patient robes supplied by Okunoren. Venus Health Pharmaceuticals will be teaching the teenagers how to make drones. And of course, that is a field work. That's why we have Venus Health on the field. So this is a project by the WHOPE UK and US team, which we want everybody else to take note so that the rest of the world can adopt this. So this is Sakina Classic Halls. When the teenagers are having sports like football, this is what they will be wearing, sponsored by Sakina Classic Halls. Sakina Classic Halls is owned by a retired nurse from NMPC Medical Service Corps. And of course, we have our teenager. She is Ambassador Adio-Moses. If you are in, say hello to everybody. She has been admitted at San Diego State University for aerospace engineering, and that's why she's the lead teenager on this project. She is interested in making spacecrafts, but we want her to learn how to make a plane first. Abidoba, can you say hello if you are in this meeting?
Hello, good afternoon, everyone.
Yes, thank you very much. So that was Abidoba. So now everybody, Abidoba is also the WHOPE Teenage Ambassador, as well as International Human Rights Ambassador. So let's take you quickly through Abidoba's experience. Abidoba is a Nigerian. I gave birth to her in Nigeria. She is not British. So if you think you want to support, please try to find out the countries where these children are from. Now, this is a primary 2 experiment where primary 2 students were taken to an airfield in Ibadan to look at broken planes, to see, just to learn parts of a plane. So this is Abidoba at the age of about 7 years old. She never knew she wanted to be an aerospace engineer at the time, but she was fascinated by planes. And these children, of course, went on an excursion. However, this is a private school. We will be happy if such things can continue. And please, if you are involved in the government anywhere in the world, please let us support. Today, we are celebrating real life heroes, and we are also looking at people, that are called minority. They are called minority because they don't have that support. But if they do get the support, of course, they too will become the majority. Now, after our experience in Nigeria, this is a class award as in the United Kingdom for aerospace assignment. So she did an astronomy assignment at the age of 9. This is a public lecture by a teenager and her induction as health prefect. We are using Abidoba as our teenage STEM ambassador because if 44 teenagers are coming on board, we need to show them what we have. So this is Abidoba, and quickly I will run through the adult team. So thank you, and because of that, she is the recipient of the 2022-2023 scholarship for aerospace engineering at San Diego State University, not because she's my daughter, but because she is a Nigerian, and aerospace engineering is not studied in Nigeria. Therefore, this is Abidoba's gift from WHOPE. This is Abidoba's uniform. Please, Abidoba, say thank you. This is uniform from WHOPE, Okunoren, IHRC, and all partners. She is our ambassador, so that when people see her, they see WHOPE on her shoulders, they see IHRC. Quickly, so that's when she's in official meetings and here when she's on fieldwork. This brochure is available at Lulu Bookstore, North Carolina. You can get a copy and it has global distribution. This is myself. I am the mentor. I am Nigerian. As I said, I am a Yoruba woman. and I will be supporting all races, not just Yoruba or girls. I am with WHOPE, that's why you see my WHOPE certificate. I am the board chair, American College of Healthcare Executives, so you can see that when you purchase a copy. Now, if you are from WHOPE, can you please clap for the WHOPE volunteers? Can we all clap for the WHOPE volunteers? I want to hear that. Can we all clap? Quickly. Thank you very much. So Chaplain Dr. James Mercy Obatunmibi, congratulations on the WHOPE IHRC partnership, and therefore WHOPE is going to be building the Air Ambulance for International Human Rights Commission. Many of them are volunteers, but some of them cannot afford to volunteer because they're from poor countries, so we have to pay for technology. Textron Aviation, our board member, Dr. Stubblefield. Mohammed from Morocco. Dr. Stubblefield is from the United States. Mohammed is from Morocco, French and Arabic teacher. Miss Olainka is Nigerian, however, she's an Irish resident. She is the air ambulance nurse. Mrs. Peregrino, in charge of Spanish and Brazilian Portuguese. Sales representative in Colombia, Mrs. Peregrino is in Lagos, in charge of New York and Nigeria. We have from Brazil, our country representative and marketing director, Gloria Mora Alves. All these people now have WHOPE certificates, so that's why that's the criteria. You must have a WHOPE certificate to work on this project. This is Gabriela, she is my translator trainee in Brazilian Portuguese. This is Naima, in charge of international students. Please, if you have international students coming to your country, contact us. This is Naima, she's in charge of international students. She is the senior manager for international student orientation. De Montfort University has gotten the opportunity for finance, so they will be in charge of our money. He's doing forensic accounting. This is Sukomi for Lauren Shaw. He is Nigerian, but working on the UK team. This is Prabhu Chaman. He is Indian, he is Sikh, and he is in human rights. This is Drashti Jani. She is from India and a pharmacist. Drashti is a pharmacist for German and Hindi translation. This is Rima, Italian translator. This is Chiaka, French and Igbo. Grace, national students. Social media representative and youth STEM ambassador, Uka. Uka is an Igbo lady. She is based in Abuja. This is Dame Oluwatoyin Joseph, in charge of nursing, RetMed. This is Venus Health. She's in charge of Asia and all languages in the Asian region. She is our pharmacist. This is in India. She is the German and Hindi translator as well as pharmacist. This is the head of studies, Christine from Philippines. This is Asude Berakta from Turkey. She is the International Student Orientation Junior Manager. And this is from China, Zhak Hongyu Wang. He is the Chinese translator. This is the Yoruba translator, Mr. Abel Akpata, the Yoruba teacher, Olainka Wankwo. We have our Hausa translator. For reasons best known, he cannot show his picture, so our Hausa translator is from Nigeria and under protection. I am also in the Hausa team, and my Hausa name is Laraba, because that's not for today. So we have Ambassador Cynthia. She's a TV presenter with AIT. She is the Igbo translator. The promoter of Igbo language is Rinzel International Ambassador Lady Patience Ikiruka Enwa Abasi. Thank you, Rinzel. This is Adobe Loretta for Igbo and German. This is our treasurer, International Human Rights Commission, Emmanuel Obo. So for those that don't have IHRC logo, they are all from WHOPE and we have to pay them. For STEM coordinators, we have Dr. Tego from Ghana and myself. We have 2 teenage STEM ambassadors, Mirabel and Kamsi. We have an Indian actress, Ujwani Ghosh. We have Moyolu Adebayo, Yoruba science fiction movie. And myself, if you're from, especially if you're from California, for those that started my doctorate in Leicester and finished in California, if you're from California, clap, because we are going to have the Hollywood version of Captain Adediwura. San Diego is the location. We have Sakina Classic Halls, thank you. We have a youth corps, Gabriel Amag, librarian. And of course, when you're on a plane, you need to eat. So we have our caterer, 1188 Cakes Adiola, our gym instructor, Mr. David from Switzerland. And I hope I didn't miss anybody, but I must say thank you to everyone. And for all our contributors, I cannot mention your names, but please, these are your logos: HRC, WHOPE, RedMed, TEDPOP, Venus Health, Rinzel, Honore Perry, Wendy Noren Clothing. Abidoba, who is here today, is starting her own company. It will be an aviation invention. So if she draws a plane, she's selling it, even if it's an artwork, so that these teenagers can make money. Spectrum Aviation, we are waiting for your logo and contribution. And as I said, the book is available. So with that, I must say thank you very much. And Dr. Chidi Maduka is sending 4 books to WHOPE office. Mohammed is teaching French and Arabic for free. Chidi Ebere Ibe, for those who know Chidi Ebere Ibe, who drew the fetus, the black fetus, he's sending the artwork to WHOPE IHRC office, Lagos. So I must say congratulations to us, because I am part of WHOPE. And thank you very much for coming, and have a wonderful World Humanitarian Day. Gracias.
Gracias. Gracias, gracias. Indeed, thank you so much for such a wonderful presentation. Great work that you are doing, Dr. Yewande. We appreciate you, even if you are based in the UK, but we know that you are the child of the soil back here in the continent. We are very proud of you. And thank you so much to all other people that are in the diaspora that are continuing to do the great work. And to all our family members that are in the US, we have been working with them now for years, and we can see now that time is nearing where we will be welcoming them in our continent. Thank you so much. Thank you so, so much. Let us go right ahead, ladies and gentlemen. I just would like to know if we are ready with the induction and award presentations from Nigeria on the ground. Can somebody indicate? Chaplain, can you indicate if we are ready with the teams? Francesca, you can unmute.
Professor Moses is here already, please. Moses is available. Please introduce Professor Ruth Moses, Adio-Moses.
I think I'm not, the sound was not so good. The sound was not so good, but let us just, are they ready or not? I'm not getting the clear message from Nigeria.
I mean, the guest speaker is available now.
All right. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. We will have our next guest speaker, who is it Madam Ruth, who's available? Can we see her so that we can spotlight her?
Yes, she's available.
All right, it's Madam Ruth Ochanya Adio-Moses. She's the Associate Professor Coordinator, Humanitarian and Disaster Risk Management Studies, Department of Peace, Security and Humanitarian Studies, Faculty of Multidisciplinary Studies, University of Ibadan in Nigeria. Madam, you may now take over, have the mic to you. May we see you so that you can be spotlighted?
Hello. Hello, good morning.
Right. We hear you. Please proceed.
Yes,
Can you
good
see me?
morning.
Can
Thank
you
you
see me
so
now?
much. You are most welcome. Yes, we can see you and we can hear you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here this morning, and happy Humanitarian Day. Hello?
Yes, we're here.
On, madam, we can hear you.
Yes, a quick one. I'll be speaking on humanitarian, internally displaced persons in Nigeria and the need for education. Especially among children in the internally displaced camps. Education in refugee and IDP camps does not garner a lot of attention due to other circumstances which require immediate assistance, such as food, water, shelter, along with ways to treat diseases and other needs for insecurity. And so usually education is the last thing that is thought about. But education is very important, especially at a time like this. The relevance of education to displaced children in camps right now, it's a lot, because with education, we could have some level or degree of stability or normalcy, you know, in the traumatized lives of internally displaced persons, especially children. Education will also serve as a critical source of psychological support, and it will help to reduce children's exposure to threats, including sexual exploitation, physical and military recruitment. It will provide an effective forum for conveying life-saving information about other risks. So of course, you will agree with me that the relevance of education cannot be overemphasized. Access to education will also serve as an important element for children. Recently, we put together students in humanitarian studies, developed a curriculum, and we went to some IDP camps to educate children. But basically, we also taught volunteerism to schools in order to equip other children with the need to volunteer. So, but basically, this very short presentation will be on the relevance of education to displaced children, especially those in IDP camps. Now, it is important for me to also mention the impact of displacement on education right now in Nigeria. You know, due to the uncoordinated nature of persons that are displaced, it's very difficult to provide education. Some organizations are already doing that, but to a large extent, we have a lot of out-of-school children, especially due to displacement in communities, host communities, especially in the northeast areas where we have more of conflict. You know, so the impact of displacement on education, of course, we know that this denies children, it denies displaced children safe access to qualitative and free education, as it is a fundamental human right. Displaced children become neglected and ignored, making them more vulnerable to other social vices. You would also agree that right now we have a lot of issues with social vices in Nigeria, even though we have not carried out a study in the university for now to connect these social vices with displaced children. But to some extent, one could look at it that way. It makes the girls, a girl child more vulnerable and unprotected from sexual and gender-based violence. And of course, it leads to exploitation and violation of children's rights. So it is important that development partners, work to provide education. My plea right now, as we celebrate the World Humanitarian Day, is to talk and to developing partners on areas they could help to provide education to children, especially those internally displaced in Nigeria. Not leaving this to government, because right now I believe that the cup of our government is kind of really full. If we have development partners, they could help to identify areas of needs of displaced children, also assist in filling critical implementations of gaps identified, and they could also assist in raising awareness on the need for the national government to prioritize education. They could also help to significantly engage in pushing for policy changes and urge response actions by decision makers. And then we also plea with NGOs that could bring education to the doorstep of these children, at least while they are displaced, so they don't miss out of school totally before they get located to their communities. The government is working towards that. The department, I think the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs last night announced that they are working towards relocating and providing permanent accommodation for displaced persons. And I know this will go a long way in providing a kind of a balance for children to go back to school. So partners could also use their expertise and unique local knowledge in pushing policymakers to make commitments and take immediate action to education for all children, as this is, of course, key. They can also help to provide insight on how displacement and learning loss affect different groups, based on gender and ethnic identity. Well, this would not come without challenges, and of course, challenges, in educational interventions probably will, of course, so advancing education will be a problem. Some IDP schools, of course, become sources of further attack and child soldiers recruitment. These are some of the challenges that we foresee. Lack of safe space for recreation activities and of course, relevant and meaningful recruitment might not be provided. As I begin to round up this short presentation, I would also want to suggest things I feel could be done to solve displaced student educational challenges, especially in Nigeria. As we celebrate these heroes, they are heroes, displaced from their normal homes, left on the streets, and then located in environments they are not used to, living under harsh conditions, and then left behind, from school while their mates are in school, and of course, developing. They are on the street, in a camp, you know. Of course, for me, they are real heroes and doing all their best to survive. So in solving this problem, I want to say that the national government should prioritize education, especially for displaced persons. So if we have other organizations coming on board to insist that the government should prioritize education for displaced children, I believe this will go a long way in solving some of the problem. And then policymakers should design relevant and meaningful curriculum that would also consider displaced children, you know, and provide technical support on how this education will probably get to displaced children. We have some level of education, like I said earlier, but it's not constant. You know, organizations, we have some international organizations in charge of that, and we also have some non-governmental organization in charge of that. Government should provide more support to improve child psychology and well-being. Then teachers should be trained specially to handle situations like this, especially children in displaced camp. So we should have like a special kind of training for teachers. So in conclusion, to address the challenges arising from displacement and educating displaced children, it is fundamental, especially to provide the fundamental human rights of these children. It is necessary that our government should have that political will. Non-governmental organizations should become aware, create more awareness on the need for education. And then child-friendly teachers should also be trained, like I said earlier, and developed to prepare ahead of time for IDP camps. We should evolve better strategies of managing internally displaced persons camp in Nigeria for to improve their quality of life, you know, and then fashion out proactive measures that enhance the minimization of displacement. That is very, very important. You know, displacement is becoming like a normal thing, you know, so whatever it is we can do as humanitarian to reduce the problem of displacement, especially in Nigeria, because I'm concentrating on Nigeria right now, will go a long way to reduce the suffering of children, especially in displaced camp. We must do everything to minimize displacement and its triggers, especially on the education and security of IDP children. So thank you very much for giving me the short time. Displaced children are my heroes this year. Thank you.
Displaced children, our heroes, or we join Dr. Ruth to say they are also our heroes in this season. Thank you very much for that powerful presentation, for that also the call. What I like, what I'm taking with is you are making a call, and I would like to respond and say, it is true indeed. And looking at the institution where you are based, we would like to say us as humanitarians, we have also been missing the link of the academic or education systems. We also are calling upon that system, those institutions to come with us as well. As humanitarians, we find ourselves also working on our own. So we are saying, can we now make it a reality? The sustainable goal number 4, which says, as exactly as you have mentioned, ensure inclusive and equitable quality education and promote lifelong learning opportunities for all. So us as humanitarians, my doctor, we have programs that, as you have seen, but we are doing just on our own efforts, but we are saying, can the academic also come with the universities, the colleges? You have the content, you have the qualifications, you have the know-how, you also have the accreditations. We are trying because of our passion, and yet we are saying we are going to implement these programs because we are people of action. We are people that want to see the difference in our societies. So we are saying, now that we have already started the work, can we please have your support as well to make sure that this SDG number 4, we realize it, to make sure that the challenges that you also meet, as you were saying, I can see where your passion is, and it's my passion as well. That is why I'm also supporting you and encouraging, all of us to say everything that we do, once we can get the education aligned, all the 17 sustainable goals are going to fall into place. We will be able to address the issue of poverty, the issue of getting into the zero hunger. Once we have, on the other organization where we are involved, I'm trying to get the team in Nigeria to get ready. I'm not wasting time, ladies and gentlemen. So that is where we are engaging, so that the team in Nigeria can get ready, and with the awards, we will be going to that session now. So we are saying in everything that we do, we have realized that once we can be able to do that, so we have what we call community classrooms. Dr. Ada, who's the chancellor, based in Nigerian born as well, and she's based in New York. So she has come up with that as well. So, and we have seen actually the fruits, we have seen the progress, because here in South Africa, that's exactly what I do. I do facilitation of skills development, education, leaving nobody behind. That is our key slogan in this season, that in this decade, we don't want to leave nobody behind. And then also, we have the world that now is looking into Africa. So then we are saying, if the world is now giving us so much attention, why don't we then say we are also getting ourselves ready if we have not been ready? But this is the season of the child of Africa and child of African descent, wherever they are in the world. So let us bring this issue of education to be aligned and leave nobody behind. Let us close the gap between the grassroots, those that are in the rural, those that are in the villages, and as we're saying, those misplaced children. There definitely can be a solution where we are bringing them and bring this education to them so that we address that misplacement as well. Then we can bring the issue of culture, so that they are also not dispersed or not far off, or getting who they are. Culture is also important. Now, talking from the head that I wear as a princess as well, we are to advocate for that as well, to say, let us instill the culture that we know we are all being birthed in, born in, the culture of humanity. For humanity, for peace. I like the t-shirt that you have, my doctor. So also the humanity, Ubuntu, the principles of Ubuntu, leaving nobody behind. There shouldn't be any family that looks after its own 2 children only. What about those displaced ones? Are we leaving them to the internationals to adopt them? How so? And then they forget who they are. Isn't it better when you are able to provide? Yes. Yes, in our olden days as Africans, we have never known to have orphans among ourselves. Every family member would absorb those children that do not have parents. And then every widow would have been absorbed in the families, in the community, that they were never left behind. So I agree totally with the slogan, with the SDGs. And more so because they give us a thread that brings us together for the common goal, really, of betterment for humanity. Would you agree, my doctor?
I agree totally. You've done justice to my presentation, and it's really wonderful, listening to you. Quite passionate about these kids and other out of school children. I also agree with you that the academia is not doing too good right now, reaching out, and this is something we just started, and my department is doing a lot right now to reach out to
help us. Yes, thank you, Dr. ML, for muting yourself. The Nigerian team, we are just buying time for you, but we're engaging in a very, very, very important matter, and from our speakers as well. So please indicate, directly to me when you are ready. Yes, Doctor, please carry on. Please carry on. Dr. Ruth, Madam Ruth, did we lose you? Madam Ruth?
Yes, sorry. I went off a little bit. Yeah. Yes. The academics. Right now, we are putting up curriculum to work not only to train volunteers, but also to train people on the field on humanitarianism and volunteerism, you know, in different areas from health down to development, especially in relation to humanitarian issues. So it's quite interesting, and I'm very happy that I'm able to join a conversation like this today. And I'm hoping that I'll be networking with a lot of groups out there in order to bring content, more content to what you have already, especially in relation to the SDGs. We are working towards that. We are developing both master's program, PhD programs, academic master's program in this area. It's new in the Faculty of Multidisciplinary Studies, and we'll be very, very willing to network and to work with as many groups as possible to meet up with the goal. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you for that presentation. I think now the Nigerian team is getting ready. And Mind Tate from the USA, while the Nigerian team is getting ready, Mind Tate, Honorable Prince, His Royal Highness, Prince Andrew Williams Jr. from AHIABGA, Multilingual, Multinational UNCG Local Network Membership Drive, 2021 to 2023. You may take the mic, my sir. Thank you.
Well, greetings, everyone. I hope you can hear me quite well.
We can. Thank you so much.
This is Andrew Williams Jr. from here in Los Angeles, California. Thank you, my beloved daughter, Princess Seppi. Special thanks to Chaplain James for allowing me the opportunity to support the excellent work that's being done around the world through the World Humanitarian Organization for Peace and Equity. I do want to briefly share my screen with you, excuse me, to take you to the Facebook page for Andrew, to take you to my own page at andrewnetworks.com. It's a page that Joseph Akinola is helping us to develop. And the idea is for us to have one place to share all of our work. For those of you who don't know, the word AHIABGA is just actually an acronym for the Ad Hoc International Advisory Board of Goodwill Ambassadors, Advocates, and Activists. So I'm very pleased that most of the people here are familiar with this as a project of Andrew Networks. You'll see at the bottom, AHIABGA-TV at gmail.com. Earlier, Chaplain James mentioned that WHOPE will be going to the airwaves on the radio, national radio in Nigeria, to uplift the activities that are happening throughout the world. We at Andrew Networks are also going global on a television network through Amazon Fire and Roku. But right now, we are available on Facebook. We have the AHIABGA Network, and we want to invite all of you to join us there, because this is where you'll find yourselves. This is where you'll find that we are live streaming today's event, and we've been live streaming events since 2014, focusing on primarily the Sustainable Development Goals. In my role as president of 5 Points Youth Foundation here in Los Angeles, we began a 5-year campaign in 2015 called Caring for Climate to build a worldwide community resiliency network. Just because 2020 has already happened doesn't mean our work stopped. Actually, we are actually moving now forward to the next phase. And you have seen and will see us focus on this particular time that we're dealing with now. I won't say post-COVID-19, but I will say a new reality. From 2021 to 2023, the United Nations Global Compact, they set out a worldwide strategy and also an Africa strategy to create support for local networks so they could uplift the work that people are doing worldwide. Now, one of our special guests, Mr. Hershel Daniels, was due to be here. However, I'm going to take this opportunity right now to introduce you to briefly what we're all here working towards, which are the Sustainable Development Goals.
The United Nations is an organization with goals of peace and sustainable development around the world. Their mission is huge, but we're breaking it down in 2 minutes. 17 sustainable development goals. Let's get to them, cause the more you know. Look, in some corners of the world today, people are living on $1 a day. Hey, that's not how it ought to be. So goal 1, eliminate poverty, and goal 2, root out hunger across the globe. There's 800 million people hungry if you want to know. Number 3 is health and well-being, and getting people the health care that they need in. Learning in school are the harder goal 4. Education opens up minds and doors. Goal number 5 is empower girls and women so they can have the same rights that men are given. Number 6, people need water that's clean. Poor sanitation can spread disease. Carbon-free energy is goal number 7, and how to achieve it is a question that's pressing. But if we put our minds together and work hard, we can find a solution, I'm guessing. 17 sustainable development goals to improve life all around the globe. Protecting human health and the environment. Whatever bed we make, we gon' have to lie in it. 17 sustainable development goals to improve life all around the globe. Protecting human health and the environment. Whatever bed we make, we gon' have to lie in it. Now imagine that you work all day for no pay. Economic growth and decent work is goal 8. Goal number 9 is to foster innovation in infrastructure and industrialization. Goal number 10, inequality reduction. 11 is sustainable city construction. 12, well, that's sustainable consumption, so what we use matches up with production. Goal 13 calls for urgent action to combat climate change, cause we know what's happening. 14, protect life under seas. 15, protect life on land. Goal 16 is for peace and justice all over the planet. They're in high demand. And the final goal, number 17, is the critical factor, the heart of the machine. It's the strength in the way we achieve these goals of sustainable development around the globe. Yo, 17 sustainable development goals to improve life all around the globe. Protecting human health and the environment. Whatever bad alignment. 17 sustainable development goals to improve life all around the globe. Protecting human health and the environment. Whatever bad we make, we gon' have to lie in it.
Well, thank you so much, Princess Sheffy. I'm going to turn the floor back over to you.
Thank you so much, Ndad. What time is it to you now? I know we woke you up very, very early.
Oh.
You're on Global Time. What's the time now? The actual time? We can't hear you. Hello? Hello? Thank you so much. About peace, just means
And now, Princess.
Anyway, thank you so much for the action. On together under for the for reminding us as well. Work, and may God and us. Sarah, yourself, please.
The time when we not need to. Andrew cannot.
The team in Nigeria, are you ready, please, to do your segment? The team in Nigeria, are you ready to do your segment? Because otherwise we can't move with the program because the program hinges on the awards. Hello? Technology. My chaplain, how are we doing in Nigeria? How are we doing in Nigeria? All right, Doctor.
We're fine, we're fine, we're fine. Priya, can you hear me? Hello? Hello? I can't hear you. And if you can hear me, please. I think we're going to announce all the awardees. So let's hear from you, all the awardees. As we have them in the program, then when it comes to Nigeria, then we're going to do the official award here, or the presentation. So let's go ahead. Let's start with others that are not here. I think it's better that way. I can't hear you, please. Unmute yourself. I can't still hear you. What is happening? Can we hear? Nigeria network. Listen, I just need to hear. The Honorable Chaplain, the chief speakers, the guest speakers, along the council members, the executive board members, all the dignitaries, the awardees, the participants, the volunteers, the media. Thank you all for coming. We really appreciate you for being part of this program.
If you are not here, we will not be getting. You make this program a success. Because if you have not engaged yourself in one humanitarianism or the other, who have this humanitarian day, perfect day? Because who are the people we have to award? Who are the people we have to honor? If you are not engage yourself in this, most of it go on volunteerism. That is, we dedicate all we have to our best, the effort when it comes to humanitarian. And that is why we have these wonderful, distinguished humanitarians, volunteers all over the world that have been distinguished to have this honorable award. And I want to state this clearly before we start to give off this award. All those that are outside this country, Nigeria, in the United States, United Kingdom, Australia, Canada, South Africa, Madagascar, Libya, India, Argentina, Ukraine, and others that we have here.
Progress.
Please. We can do better than that. In Nigeria, we are giving the award of excellence in the humanitarian. And as well, if anybody wants to come on board as our ambassador, we have different categories. Number one, we have World Peace Ambassador. We have World Humanitarian. We have humanitarian goodwill ambassador. We have peace ambassador. We have AHIABGA ambassador. We have a special name for this, which is humanitarian. If we have to come on board to become our ambassador, that is, world ambassador, as recognized as world ambassador, it's feet operation in Turkey, and you a religious because humanitarianism, it is more than all the ramifications of life, we realize that whatsoever I not selling to people, I not buying from them. So it has to do with humanity. And during COVID-19, we have various people that have been stopped out of the classroom, of the ecosystem. All I ever ask you to say but there are other people out there. They are not being tagged humanitarians, but they are into humanitarianism. Going to our ambassador. I want you to prepare yourself. Once you have I know you will December. But these are the criteria. Everybody that comes on board to the ambassador. You will be able to fit into positions in this organization. I will say this. I went to one of our honorable chief. I told them, "Sir, is a letter inviting you for this award." He read and he went through it. He said, "Oh, this is what I've been looking for." I love it. But I'm not that much interested in just having an award. But I would love to become a member so I can have my impact. I can contribute more to the organization. I love that. I together for He's here with us today, and I'm very happy to have him on board. He posted that he's going to be a member, and that's why I'm announcing it. It will be an honor to have you on board December as an ambassador, and the membership certificate and ID card will be handed over to you. And the other criteria is you have to support our humanitarian projects in one way or the other. We have various humanitarian projects. It might be back to school children. There are children in the streets. We don't need to take them to schools that they pay big money. We can return them back to the government school. But they still need a little talking to put things together, at least for them to go back to school. We need your help on that. We are into other projects, clean water in communities. We are into other projects like support housing for the homeless. We have attended several cases here. Most of our cases we attend is landlord and tenants. If tenants has no money to pay, problem starts. But if we are the humanitarians, we love ourselves, there are ways we can support. I remember somebody paid 225,000 naira, 50,000, and the landlord said, no. These are the issues that we're facing. But as humanitarians, what humanitarian is an equity. However, we can come in. It's the broad case here because of the fact that somebody has stayed to whether nothing stops us from supporting such a person to acquire that house instead of this because we cannot tell the person. This is what I want to do. But there are ways we can support. So we all need your help. Once you support our project, then we give it back to you as humanitarian members. And we'll give back to you as peace and humanitarian international ambassador. We'll give it back to you as sustainable development goals ambassador. So I want you to prepare yourself for that. December is going to happen here live in Nigeria, by the special grace of God. I know by then we're going to have a bigger place to do this. Let's put that together for that once we start. And before we leave here, we are going to draw our contacts. Because after we can have us together, easily as information that we want to pass across the world. So, with the permission of the international chairperson, His Royal Highness Ambassador Adio-Moses, permission of the board members, my honorable moderator, His Royal Highness Princess Sefi, who come from South Africa, and other dignitaries in the house, Dr. and others. They are the sitting board, the council, and here to the barrister, and Sarah. I want to say this, and I want to announce to the general public officially for the year 2022, the awardees for World Humanitarian Day 2022. On the list here, we have from Italy, Professor Obatunmibi is being awarded as Humanitarian Ambassador, and by the special grace of God is the one in charge of Hope in Europe. Please put us together for Professor Obatunmibi. Then I'm having here Dr. Kalima Fatima Ruth, PhD from United States of America as well. She's very recognized and awarded today as Humanitarian Goodwill Ambassador. Let's put us together for that. We also have here, sorry, am I to follow this or I should go after me? And we have Dr. Christina from Italy as Humanitarian Goodwill Ambassador. There's Luis Suarez from United States of America as Humanitarian Goodwill Ambassador. Professor Richard Ake from Lebanon, Humanitarian Goodwill Ambassador. Then from Libya, sorry, Humanitarian Goodwill Ambassador. And from India as well, Shashikuma, Humanitarian Goodwill Ambassador, and also Peace Ambassador because he's the president of the international ISPA. Then we have Lucas A. Lopez in Argentina as International Goodwill Ambassador. Also, we have Sudhakar from India, International Goodwill Ambassador. Also from South Africa, my dear friend, Ms. Juliet Nakise from South Africa, International Humanitarian Goodwill Ambassador. Thank you so much. And we have Alembra from Yemen, Humanitarian Goodwill Ambassador in Yemen. Thank you so much. Then Dr. Alvin Land Timothy, Humanitarian Goodwill Ambassador from India. And we have Professor Nadia from Ukraine. And we have these wonderful twins from Australia, Agnes and Teresa Joy. These twins are wonderful. They sing all the whole world international anthems. And they had international recognition all over the world. We will still have them in Nigeria very soon by the special grace of God. They used to take 6 hours singing all the world national anthem. This is their area of specialization. They are twins. So very soon we are going to have them officially in Nigeria to do what they know doing best. So we have to honor them as peace ambassador. Also from Madagascar, Luis Era is our humanitarian ambassador. Thank you so much. These are the international ones we have. And other more, yes, we have Rizzo, from Italy as international peace ambassador, and others that have not been mentioned here because we have other few here from Libya and from Pakistan. So we love you all and we appreciate you. And your certificate of appointment and work certificate is going to be sent to you after this program. So stay tuned. Let's all put us together for now back in Nigeria. Going to the peak of the program where we start to give award to one honoring thing. I would like to give just our attention here, please. Where's Ambassador Bolaji? Come on, here, because we are now at the please, please, I would like to call the name of our listeners today. What's on the list? What we have there? October. This is October time. When the sun for us. We have been to radio stations together. Some other projects have been drafted out through our decision to some other places. And through him, I met some others I was doing today. Please let's put us together. Please let's start with the chest and the head. The lapel first, the lapel, and the letter of the city. Congratulations, sir. That is the Mega of Excellence from World Humanitarian Organization for Peace and Equity. And there is the flag coming for that. Ladies, let's give that. Let's give that. Humanitarian Excellence Award for October for humanitarian services to humanity, impacting life positively in communities to promote peace and equity. Please, can we put that together once again? And we are also given this certificate for outstanding humanitarian services towards humanity, community development, and nation building. Can we put that together for you? All right, thank you so much. Let's have this. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. I've never said it before because some people will say we don't call our friends. I've never known it. I've never set my eyes on it for somebody nominated. I ask question. Why? What do you say about him? He said, sir. He doesn't need to know that I should call another person. talk about it. That if we begin to try and see is because it's relative to someone. So, Barrister Ruth, we don't know you, but everyone recognizes you today. We don't know you, but your work speaks for us. We are doing this to encourage you to put my effort because we know and we believe your capacity that you can do better than what you're doing. And this is just giving an idea that whatever you do, people are watching you. So we are encouraging you to pursue that. Please, on behalf of the government, and so much for peace and equity, can we decorate an award as outstanding performances towards humanity, community development, and nation building? Please, can we put us together for it? Now let's go ahead. We are now moving ahead. We are our honorable IGR in the house. When I said a name, Elijah, he said no. IGR. I don't know the difference. I don't know the difference between IGR and Elijah. He has been a wonderful person. He's part of our mentor when it comes to Institute for Humanitarian Studies and Social Development. He has created several humanitarians. Apart from the community development, community advocacy, community needs, the president asked me what is needs. I said, we ask spiritual needs, physical needs, partial needs, and whenever she has to set her exam, the most dangerous question to be asked is, what is your name? We ask, what is your name? So if I ask, what is your name? Another asks, what is your name? You have to pray 7 times before you answer the question. Somebody does give you one text, like, what is your name? It is your exam. And you have been working for the whole week. And they said, your exam, it is, what is your name? So what will you say? I'm not just appreciating that today. When I'm forwarded the information to her, we want to know what I want to decorate, we want to honor you. She said, and I want you to listen to it. I love that. And that's what I'm sharing it. She said, James, hope you are not bribing me. I said, bribe for what? What have I done to deserve this? I said, man, you might not know, but we know. And she said something to me. My God, that I have someone that I can do it. If you have to say I should step aside, it will please me to step aside. For you to avoid that person. I said, man, I was special that person. He said, if I show you what she has been doing, you will give her double award. What would that be that is not so part of God? He said, she has been so wonderful. So she's not at that run. I'm going to call her, I'm going to inform her, I'm going to let her know that she's going to come. Just put her name on her, have her official name. And I think the person is here today. This is here to see you. Oh, please, let's put this here. We don't know you. But somebody nominated you. Fighting on there. She said I should drop her and pick you because of your humanitarian services. I said, instead of dropping you and like that, because we have known what you do. We don't know this is But for you to know anything, we are going to bring out up, we are going to water. And for water like that, imagine, we're talking about humanitarian. It's not you are getting to do. You will spoil your other brother and then your friend. I know that's why you told Nigerian people, maybe it's too personal. I'm not going to say that she said, probably can pick that person because he's so wonderful. Madam, you're wonderful. And this is a wonderful friend or mom. If you have known her, if you don't know her well, this is what she said in your absence. I don't know if she tells you that. So please join your hands together when I'm come forward. And here, I don't want to hear any other name said. That's how I don't reach there. Sounds like somebody coming from Italy. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Elijah, for wonderful things you have been doing. Please, I want you to use that background because tomorrow, Elijah for one material principle for this. It's a wonderful place. Yes. Are they watching us? Where's the zone? Where's the zone? You back them, say they are watching us. They are watching our back. Thank you, Elijah. We love you. We appreciate you. We appreciate your effort so far. This is okay. All right. AHIABGA International. Any other AHIABGA this house is not good enough. It's face the camera. We are going to come up live tomorrow on AHIABGA. Want to see your face. Yeah. Let's put us together for that. Thank you so much. I love that so much. I want to proceed further while I got the message. Yeah, message. Oh my God. That was officially dominated by Let's put up on. Put this together. It's coming from. What is it called? From camp to this place. He was in camp. Elijah was disturbing her. Send your name, send your bishop, and etc. You wanted them to show that what you are saving on the road. So we appreciate it so much. We appreciate it so much. I would love to show you coming from above. Because when we call it on you anytime to speak on now. We do another program where we bring your presence. So always be there, always ready. Humanitarian is everywhere. So we have to get it right. So thank you so much. You know this one, you will not stop laughing. If you know it, you will not stop laughing. If you know it, you will not stop laughing. He has single-handedly built several police stations in Lagos. He has single-handedly built mosques in the police station. He's a chairperson for PCRC in Ayoba. Should be so wonderful. Even if you know she gives police station there as well, family protection and things going on in the border right now. And he has promised work that we will be having agricultural projects that we are going to embark on in our pipeline. Oh, you don't know this, officially, we are going to pick one. He said, no problem. On this one, my dad, they just have one car, free. Clap for you. So, how do you recognize your presence, your activities? He was the one that said to me when I was there that he's not that interested in this at all. He's interested in membership. We want to see where he can put his impact. We want to see where he can work with us. We want to see where he can volunteer. So for you to see that kind of heart, mind, you see, it's a long journey. So we must appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here with us. We love you and appreciate you. Praise Allah. We appreciate you. Appreciate you so much. Yes, we'll say what. After you are what? After you are what? Papa is loaded. Papa is loaded. Yes, Papa is loaded. Go photograph, please.
Yeah, ma pour moi. Yeah, I was addressing association, real estate, and I was educating them. From there, I heard about this honorable barrister you are still standing here. How he has been faithfully attending to their cases.
Ladies and gentlemen, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can anybody hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
Yes, we're hearing you, madam.
For the poor sound from our team on the ground in Nigeria. I can see that the ceremony is continuing, but now between Enesara and Adenike, one of them has to unmute, one of them has to go closer with their phone next to the podium. Perhaps we can have something better there on the sound. I really don't know what to do. We can't end it because the awards are still going on. Is there anybody in the room in Nigeria with their phone that can hear me?
Yes, I'm hearing you, Dr. Madoka. I'm hearing you from Nigeria.
Dr. Chidi, are you in the room? Enesa.
No, I'm out. No, I'm not in the room. My background is not really noisy. Thank you so much.
Enesara.
Is there anyone that we can call directly? Who's
They're trying to use it for sound.
We love you. We appreciate you. We encourage you to do more. People nominated you. Despite we know what you do. Alaja told me I should call you. I said you are not in Nigeria. They said, no, call her first. If she has come or not, because I must give you this award. So thank you for being there for us. Thank you for your activities, your performances. We love you. Thank you so much for your knowledge. And we appreciate you. Yes, yes, thank you. Please, yeah. So, Salvador, of public servants that I respect. Diligent in work. But if a civil society should recommend to public servants, nobody is. I honor you, ma'am. Please continue that part. In fact, God will continue to be with you, follow you, your family, goodness and mercy. Amen.
Thank you. Please, are we putting it together? Let's put it together. Yes. Let's put it together. Thank you so much, Mom. We love you. And we appreciate your efforts in humanitarian. At this junction, I just have 2 more certificates here to see because other awardees are not here today. I don't know why you bring that and God will help us. I just have 2 more certificates here to give. And this is a membership certificate. I told you we're going to give things. Membership certificate. And by the grace of God, all of us are coming on board now. By December time, we are going to have our ambassadorship. We are going to have alongside with this membership certificate. So I want to officially, on behalf of the other Godfrey Council member, present this membership certificate to one of our council members, a good standing of what is an equity, and that is Ambassador Bernard. Come out for your certificate. Another Sabbath, please come and help me present you. Come on, present the membership. You can see the membership certificate. The membership certificate for WHOPE is lovely. So it's going to be given to everyone. Training now. Training and collect your certificate. Go and see her. Hello. You are live. All right, thank you so much. Please present the certificate. They are watching you all over the world. Amen. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. So let me go. Please come forward now. This is Yewande Okunoren-Oyekenu. Please come forward to present this membership certificate as well as a national executive board member in good standing. This is presented to Ambassador Adio-Moses. Thank you so much. What else is that? And other membership certificates will be given. Please, another one to pass. Whenever you say another standing, you must go and start somewhere. Hey, official congratulations. That is good. This is good. So thank you so much. Every other member, please, we are going to have our official certificate from December. And the announcement will be made to us to know the time that we are going to have the membership certificate and the ambassador award. So let's get ourselves prepared. It's not over yet. Just get running this year. And this winter holiday is going to take place. On behalf of the President Selvi from South Africa, please, can we just have the lecturer today, our regional Chief Engineer comment? His Excellency, as well as Mr. Selvi. We have rounded up the presentation of the awards.
We are sending over to you. And we go ahead with the launching. Let's just have a right on the council member. Barrister Ambassador Bennett as the second one. By the United Nations. Those who are standing for humanity. We talk about human beings. That's what it's about. What preserves the human race? Our humanity. I take humanity from any human being. That person is reduced to an animal. And that is why they will say you are not behaving like human beings when they see any act of cruelty, any act that does not show humanity, reduces you as a human being. You cannot overemphasize the need for promoting humanitarianism. As a child, I got to know my grandma prayed. Instilling that culture of humanity. And it has helped me a lot of times. As a lawyer, I chose human rights as a core area of my endeavor. Because I find fulfillment in it. My grandma told me, don't go to anybody's house without carrying something for that person. Nobody should come to your house without giving that person what, at least what. So it is in my nature to come to our house with something. Because that if anybody is coming and doesn't come anything, how do you feel? I say I feel down. Same thing. If you are going to someone's house, or if anybody come across your comes to your place, you can give them something. I don't have them. You can give them a smile. You can just smile and feel comfortable. And smiling is what am I saying here? I want to launch a radio program, but we must launch it with humanity in our heart. Whatever we do, we have service to humanity. It must come from the heart, not from our lips. The country is we are looking for people that are not humanitarian oriented and certificate oriented. We have a lot of certificate people, but I can tell you the lack of humanity when it comes to services. When you have it in your heart, anywhere you go, you want to become an ambassador of humanity. During the course of this program, I know that we're having one or two challenges in our lives, isn't it? So we need people to volunteer their talent in supporting the organization. Volunteerism is the hallmark of every humanitarian organization. They need people that will render their time, their resources, their treasure, and their talent in promoting humanity. So if you don't have the treasure, you can start with your time. You can give your time. You can give your talent. As a lawyer, I give my talent, I give my time. As a student, we need that your time to come here to do what? To volunteer. Do one or Dr. Adio-Moses, he runs project areas. Because we have that. Our children are on holiday. What are they doing? Engage. We can't do it on our own. Humanity. Who is a humanitarian? That's the question. Era or give us car and land. No. To ease the suffering of humanity, he's a humanitarian. You must have something to give. Your time, your treasure, your talent can be used. Ease the suffering of humanity. And we have something all around. You don't need to leave your house before you are called upon. Going away, we can use it, wash it, iron it, and give it to somebody. That is somebody's miracle. Make sure you build that consciousness. Programs, radio programs, so that reach out to people that are suffering out there. They cannot come to us, but Ruth told us about IDP camps that they are in their suffering. Sometimes share people's suffering by listening to them, by counseling them, by sharing your life experiences with them. How you move from grass to grace. That the following program, someone has said, I want to commit suicide. And that word alone will save that person like killing himself. So that's why we need this radio program. Those are activities. Why using the radio program? We must tell the world that we are here. We are here for them. We are not able to solve all the problems, but we can be a like this. We can come with a carton of this. We can come with play in those days. One person is carrying out his mother's oil. Another one is carrying salt. To go and make something. And in no time that we cook and have something to eat. Nobody brings everything. From the 5 children, they come with something from their parents and they have something to play the kids. That is what it takes to do it. Togetherness is humanitarian. So we are going out to ask, what is the thing for us to run this radio program and sustain it? What is about starting it? We want to start a radio program, and the Bible tells us that who is the man that wants to start a project and will not count the cost? So we are going to do market survey, and we went to several places for the ones that sent the humanitarian friendly straight FM from their budget. For 1 hour, they're charging us about 50,000. For 30 minutes, about 30,000, and we have 25,000. I want to bring this program at least once a week. So count it. 1 month, 1 day, 2 years, 3 years. We just started the program, we want to sustain so people can call for help and we know how to reach out to them. Can use that as community assessment to know the problem in communities facing, because we have people calling from those communities telling us the problem and we can now, of course, plan better to meet that need. So we want to use the opportunity to appeal for funds, for donation, for support to run this program. I don't know if both there's the account number is there. Can they say they're doing it in the secret, they're doing it in the open? To have the account number, please make donation. Support this mobile idea. You may not have 1 million, but that 5,000, that 1,000 can do something. Keep your children, keep their piggy bank. But see, when they open their box of money, they should remove certain amount to support humanitarian projects like this. Let us let them come. Let them join the humanitarian cause. Support, nothing is too small to give, nothing is too big to give, because the problems are many. So do the one you can do, and I'll do like the one I can do, and together we'll ease the suffering of humanity. Thank you very much. God bless you. Big round of applause for you. God bless you. Already having the donations coming in. So for those that are joining us online, can do transfer to that account. And I can tell you there's accountability in this organization. There's accountability. There's depth in this organization. We'll give you an account of what we have done with some money. That's the point. We'll give some of you to come in, come and share it, share some of you to speak the world. Use your talent. The radio presenter. Use your talent. Call joining that program, and people will call in and use your talent to support humanitarian steps. God bless you. I'm going to stop here for the donation to not stop on the donation should continue. Thank you very much. All people, I want to stop it and supporting this global idea. It's global. Want to give us more people, want to tell them about our services. Thank you, and I'm grateful. For all that have donated, I'm going to write and promising that, and of course, from time to time, I will tell you if that is we are one of the members of one of the community. God bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, everyone, for creating time to be with us today. Okay, Chaplain Francisca Chiba, the admin to work. Okay, Princess Terry, thank you for anchoring this beautiful program with me today. Thank you. I want to say thank you to all the countries, all the participants. our team. He said something very significant, and he said that service to humanity is service to God. If we all can take this one, I'm sure that by the time we start taking it as a lifestyle, everybody, don't look at the education. First take it one person after the other. Change your family. Start from your children. Because those same children that you're not having time for are the same ones to send to the society to become the presidents, to become governors, to become people in the society. Now, when you don't sort it out at home, they will end up sorting you out in a very negative way. So I want us to, extend this humanity and make it a lifestyle. It shouldn't be until you are pushed, until you are being given an award, until public recognition. You can see so many people we are awarded here today. These are people that were recommended by people because, when you keep doing things, you feel nobody is watching. But I tell you, eyes are watching you. So please, I want to commend everyone. As we go on today, let this be your take home today. Go ahead and keep doing good. Service to humanity is service to God. Thank you all for coming. Thank you for finding time to because I know that one way or we are serving humanity in our own capacity. Please, a round of applause again for everyone. Thank you for making our time to be here with us. Thank you so much. Okay, over to Princess Ivy. Over to you, Princess Ivy. Can you hear us?
Princess Effie, over to you. We can't still hear you, Princess.
Princess, we can hear you.
Yeah, you can put your phone on to the computer. I'll speak through your phone.
Okay. Okay, no problem.
Can you hear me, ladies and gentlemen?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
You are muted, Princess.
Can you try and unmute yourself still and see what happens?
Can you now hear me?
Yes, now we can hear you.
Okay, I will then drop the call. Ladies and gentlemen, is it better now?
Much better.
Yes.
Yes, it
Right.
is.
I don't quite understand as to what was going on. I was saying, thank you so much to all the proceedings that have just taken place in Nigeria. I would say on behalf of the Board of Hope, I would like to congratulate all the recipients of the awards. So thank you for the great work that you are doing for our communities, changing every village, changing each village per time. Thank you so much. We are still apologize so profusely for the poor sound to those that are on the Zoom call. I believe that on the Facebook, it's a lot better. It was coming through clearly. So my apologies on behalf of the board, on behalf of myself as well, and the team in Nigeria. We apologize for that. However, though, we still appreciate your taking time to be with us. We still appreciate the HOPE team, the organizing team in Nigeria, and our chaplain. We really highly appreciate you. We appreciate the team. We appreciate all the humanitarians that have been doing this great work. Thank you to the technical team that has helped me. I think from our side, Chaplain, is it a goodbye? Can we now say goodbye to everybody? Can we have a group picture? Let us see the videos, the cameras from everybody who is here. Yes, I see that smile from Patricia. Great smile. Let's see the cameras so that the chaplain can capture this moment. To our keynote speakers, our Ambassador Andrew Williams Jr. from USA, to Madam Ruth, to our Madam Ruth Ochanya Adio-Moses, to my honorable Dr. Yewande Okunoren-Oyekenu, who's also the princess. He joins us on the bench of the princesses. And to we didn't hear from our other speaker from Ambassador from USA, but we hope that in the near future, he will be with us as we celebrate the World Peace Day on the 21st of September.
Picture now. Good photograph.
Yes. Those that have got their tablets, those that have got their telephones, please capture the group picture. Please come on, Emmanuel, Sudaka, Juliet, let us see. Juliet, Juliet, you are two. And Dr. Kalima, Ene, Don Marioso, let us see you. Let us see your face so that we can have a picture. All right, capture the picture, somebody, capture the picture, someone. Do the screenshot. Dr. Yewande, where are you, my sister?
Okay.
My president, Chaplain, have you captured the picture? You know, our smiles are finishing. Have you captured the picture? Chaplain, Juliet, have you? You're looking so wonderful. So you cannot capture the picture. Now, please do. Capture the picture. I'm honoring Amanda Bele today.
The team in
all right, I believe it's been done now. I believe it's been done. The smiles have been beautiful. I think that I'm one who take the Patricia. Beautiful smile. And also Juliet. Joseph, we didn't see you. But however, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let us see you in the near future. You will be seeing all our announcements, all the posters for our World Peace Day. But for today, really, it is a big thank you. Thank you. We highly appreciate you. There is Joseph. Thank you for helping us behind scenes. Thank you for being on the technical. Thank you to all my co-hosts. Thank you to the team in Nigeria for the tireless work. Yeah, there is the team. Let us clap hands for the team in Nigeria. Let us clap hands and appreciate the team in Nigeria. Let us appreciate the team in Nigeria and all the awardees on the ground. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Chaplain, I'm going to hand it over to you so that you can also then bid us farewell. Thank you. Chaplain James. Chaplain James.
Yes, they are taking group photographs. I'm here.
Yes, we are done. So now we are handing it over to you so that you can take the keys and lock the house.
Yeah. Join us today, participating to this program. We will continue to partner together. It is to gardeners in humanitarianism. It's because we have, that is why we are here too. So thank you so much. We love you all. Love you all from Nigeria. Thank you from World Humanitarian Organization for Peace and Equity. I love you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much to Andrew Williams Jr. for affording the platform. Thank you for helping with on the technicals. Thank you, thank you, thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Sorry. Oh, yeah.